Hey members, hope you're all having a great day. Today is Wednesday, which means we are doing another edition of Weighted Wednesday. Now, I've gotten some good feedback about the upper body circuit. I've seen a couple members even using that circuit that I recommended, which is awesome. It lets me know that I'm doing my job. If you have any questions, comments, or special requests, feel free to email us, joelbaker@philadelphiacc.net. and we can be in contact about that. Today we are working on a lower body circuit using the lower body equipment that is available for reservation at the fitness center. So again, philadelphiacc.net, log in with your member information, go to the fitness reservations tab, and you can reserve a slot for the lower body circuit we have here or any of most of the other equipment we have in the facility. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. We're going to go ahead and get started. The rep scheme for this is going to be similar to what we did last Wednesday with the upper body machines. We're going to start on the leg press, so the compound lift, and then we're going to do the isolation exercises afterward, okay? So we're going to start here with the squat, and then we're going to superset the leg extension and leg curl, and then we're going to superset the ab and adductor. So stick with us and you'll understand as we keep going. So we're going to go here. Make sure your spine, this leg press throws a lot of people off, including myself when I first started here. Typically leg presses, you move your feet, the platform will move, but some leg presses, the seat moves, okay? Now, depending on your body type or your different leverages, this could be better or slightly a disadvantage to you. So if it's too difficult to start by yourself, try just pulling this lever up and backing the seat up a little bit. Now you can see as I do that, the joint angle of my knee widens, right? So if I start here, my knee is an acute angle, right? I'm less than 90 degrees here, but as I back this up, it becomes more of an obtuse angle. So I'll start here, I get nice and tall, hold on to the handles, spine's braced, and then I just drive through my heels, full extension at the legs, okay? You don't want to hyperextend your legs and lock the knees out, but you do want to get full extension, okay? So I'm pressing my legs fully into the post. I'm fully pressing my feet. I'm not hyperextending or locking my knees out because that could potentially sprain or strain something. Ideally, you're going to be doing 8 to 12 reps if you're looking to develop muscle strength and tone. If you're training for more of an endurance aspect, so tennis, running, just daily living, and you want to train for endurance, you can shoot for a 15 to 18 rep range, 15 to 20 maybe even. I personally am shooting for rep ranges of 8 to 12. If I'm looking to develop power, I'll go for lower rep ranges such as 2 to 5, failing at that 5th rep. So it's really essential to find your goals, what you're training for, and then pursue them intentionally and diligently. Hey members, so after we do the leg press, we're going to go over to the first part of the second superset, or the second set of exercises. As you can see, my knees are very well past the machine here. We don't want that, so I'm going to look up my height on the chart, which I'm in between 6'1" and 6 foot and 6'2", so I could probably use either position 2 or 1 on the chair. So I'm going to pull this lever up. I'm going to slide the machine back. Okay, and that lets me get nice and comfortable with my knee in line with the pivot point of the machine. From here, I lay my head back, making sure my neck is nice and neutral along with the rest of my body. I'm going to adjust the pad so it's resting towards the bottom of my ankles, the calf shank region. And then I'm going to pull my toes in towards my shins as I fully extend my legs, okay? All right, so inhale, exhale as you push. Really try to fully extend those legs. Okay, so you're going to do 1 set of the leg extension. You're going to hop next door for the next exercise, and you're going to do 1 set of the hamstring curl, okay? All right, members, so after I've positioned myself properly, I have the seat adjusted, and I've done my first set, I'm going to immediately hop off of the leg extension and come directly to the hamstring curl. So I'm going to lay my head back here. I'm going to pull my toes in towards my shins again. I'm going to create the sensation of scraping my heels along the floor, fully contracting my hamstrings, squeezing, and then slowly relaxing my legs back to the starting position, okay? So again, you can do 8 to 12 reps here at a weight that around the 8 to 12 rep range, you start to fatigue and you have the sensation like you're not sure if you could keep going, okay? If you reach muscle failure, like you can't even do one more rep, take a break, move on to the next set, you're done with that machine for today. Also, one thing that I see a lot and I get asked about a lot is leg strength relative to your quadriceps and your hamstrings. So your quad, for the leg extension, you should be able to lift almost double or triple what you can lift over here. Typically what we see here is very strong hamstrings. People can pull a lot of weight, but they can't lift the weight with the legs, okay? And what that actually does is, for general population, it's not that big of a deal, but if you're an athlete or you play a lot of sports or you're very active, that can actually contribute to a higher risk of ACL injury. So we want to make sure that our quadriceps, which have 4 different portions of muscle, are more developed than our hamstrings, which really only have 2 portions of muscle, right? So we can get into the exacts later if you would like to book a session and talk more about the exacts of anatomy, but all you need to know is the leg extension should be higher than your hamstring curl, okay, or your leg curl. Hey everyone, so the last superset that we're going to do is an abductor adductor superset. This works the interior muscles of the thigh and the exterior muscles of the thigh. Also known as the medial and lateral muscles if you want to get scientific. So same idea, you're going to grab the handles here. Your back gets nice and tall. You're going to stand or sit straight up. You're going to drive the knees out to the sides, squeeze at the top, and then slowly lower, okay? Squeeze all the way up. Now the wider you can move your legs, the more powerful of a contraction you're going to get, in this case the glute muscles, right, which are in charge of external abduction or horizontal abduction. So if you can get the pads as close as you can together, right, in the starting position, all the way to the furthest you can get them externally, that's going to be the greatest type of contraction you could have for this particular machine. So after that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flip these around, and again, similar to the hamstrings and quadriceps, there's going to be a slight imbalance here. Typically, people have stronger external muscles or abductors rather than adductors. So again, we're going to try and maximize our stretch here. So we're going to open this up as far as I can go. You can even use one hand to kind of help you get into position. Okay, I'm going to drop the weight because I'm a little bit weaker on my adductors than my abductors. Staying up nice and tall, and then pinch the knees together all the way through. Squeeze the top. And again, for all of these, you don't want to force the contraction. You don't want to, like, you know, boom, like if you feel the weight bouncing like that, you're using momentum and you're not actually producing tension in the muscle, right? You're using the power to move the weight, and then you're relying on momentum. So if you just take your time and go nice and slow, no doubt you'll experience some serious strength gains, muscle gains, and probably a little bit of soreness after the first 2 days, but such is the price of exercise sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and show you the last exercise, and you can get out of this video and into the gym. We'll see you soon. Hey members, so this is the last machine and exercise in today's set. We're gonna go ahead and show you how to properly use the calf raise machine. This is very commonly misused piece of equipment just because there's such little instruction on it. You can easily misuse this if you're not paying attention, or even if you are, it's just kind of confusing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the handles, you're gonna put both feet up. You can either use the upper bar here or the lower bar. So what you're gonna do is make sure your spine's nice and neutral. I like to press from the legs first so my knees are extended, okay? So then from here, the balls of my feet are on the grip tape. I'm keeping my knee angle relatively similar through the whole range of motion. I'm extending my heels down and initiating a stretch in the calf muscle, from which I'm pushing my heels up, okay? So I'm pushing into the balls of my feet. Again, the knee joint angle is staying pretty much the same. There's a slight bend in there. I'm not hyperextended, right? Because that could potentially lead to issues. I'm just trying to keep it relatively straight or with a slight bend. Stretch the heels and then drive all the way up, okay? So again, you want to go nice and slow on the way down with a nice strong contraction on the way up, okay? So if you can remember that during most of your exercises, you'll be in pretty good shape and on your way to improving your strength, your muscle tone, and your longevity, hopefully. We'll see you around the gym, and if you have any questions, don't forget to email me.